Something that a lot of masculinity or self-improvement gurus get wrong is confidence. They don't understand confidence. They think that if you just go and do the thing, experience the thing, get out there, get some experience, then with time and with that experience, you will gain confidence. Now, for some people, that actually works. The thing is that I've found over the years is that for most people, that isn't the case. When they go out there and just do the thing, they actually end up feeling worse. And there's a really specific reason for that. And I'm going to get into that today. So this was a topic that I did on a coaching call within Iman Gadzi's community. And it was one of the best calls, one of the most eye-opening ones. And the students were like, oh, this is an eye-opener for me. It makes a lot of sense. So I revert to, let's take, for example, dating coaches. Yeah, dating coaches, you see this a lot, right, in this space. The genuine advice is, listen, you just got to go out there and talk to as many girls as you can. And as the more girls you talk to, the more comfortable you get. The more you get comfortable, you get rejection, the better you're going to feel, the more confident you feel, and blah, 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 blah. And like I said, that only actually works for a small amount of people. And the reason for this is with regards to confidence, you don't gain confidence. I would go as far as to say that most people can't gain confidence. What actually happens is in terms of feeling better is actually you have to let go of insecurities. That's the key. Don't gain confidence, you let go of insecurities. And the reason why it really works like that for a lot of people is because confidence is the set state. That's sort of like the general baseline level. Is you're confident when you're born, right? Let's think of it like a 2-year-old. I've got a couple of kids myself. A 2-year-old, absolutely useless as a human being, can barely do anything for himself, but they're confident. They're not insecure. They don't walk into a room and they're worried about, acting silly in front of people and what they're going to say and how they walk and all this. They're just confident. Naturally, it's your natural state. And as you get older, things happen to you, right? Things that have, become embarrassing to you, and it could be a scenario. You could be at school, and something silly happens. You fall down the stairs in front of the whole assembly, and the whole assembly laughs at you, blah blah blah. And so it creates what happens then during these states of embarrassment. You create a story in your mind, and that's the most important thing. It's not what happens to you; it's a story that you tell yourself. And then over this story, it happens multiple times. You have these embarrassing experiences and these negative experiences, and you tell yourselves these messages in your mind that, I suck and I'm stupid and I look silly and blah, blah, blah. And so you reach a point as you get older, you've told yourself these stories multiple times across different aspects in your life, and you don't feel very confident. And then you hear masculinity gurus and all this, and you got to do this to be more masculine, and you got to do this to be more confident, and just go out there and just do it and do it, do it. And this is well known in psychology that for most people, when they actually try and be somebody, they project like an ideal. The more they try and be that person, the less like that person they actually feel. And that's because, like I said, they're trying to add layers, when really it's an unraveling of the layers. It's peeling back the layers. This is why I preach self-awareness so much. You have to be aware of yourself. Why do you feel the way you do? Why do you have those negative feelings and thoughts and so on? And try to unravel those and get rid of them. And as you do that, you become more free. Yeah, it's not so much trying to be confident, it's just get rid of the insecurity so you don't care anymore. There was a saying that I really, really liked was, confidence isn't walking into a room thinking you're better than everyone. Confidence is walking into a room and not caring. And that's very true, I think. For a lot of people, that would be the case. And how to get there is that getting rid of the insecurities, instead of try to be better and try to gain confidence through experience. So how do you do that? How do you get rid of these negative feelings and emotions and so on? And well, you try to rewrite the messages that you've told your brain. Now, I hear like mindset coaches, for example. It's like, you just got to change your mindset. You get a negative thought and you replace it with a positive thought, and that's it. And that's kind of the advice for some of these guys. It's like, well, okay, if it was that easy, then no one would be insecure, right? There's a couple of things you need to do. Firstly, you have to become, like I said, very self-aware when you're in these situations. So let's say you're socially anxious, right? You have social anxiety. me over here. Yeah, I'm experienced with that. I mentioned that before. And you go into these situations where you feel yourself getting nervous. You have to understand these feelings of negativity. These are like little echoes of the story that you've told yourself in the past. And those stories that you told yourself, you have to realize they're not reality. It's like, for me, it mostly started when I was bullied as a kid. And so I thought, these kids don't like me because maybe I look silly and I act silly. I'm not the same as them, blah, blah, blah. And obviously that's not the reality. The reality is, back then, the story that I told myself was, it's a whole different story. It's nothing to do with me, essentially. And so when you get those feelings, those negative emotions and thoughts about yourself in the current scenario, just tell yourself they are echoes of a incorrect story I told myself years ago. And then you have to sit there, and you have to sit there with that emotion and let it come out. Don't fight it. Don't fight it. Just listen to it. Be aware of it. This is why self-awareness is so key. Be aware of yourself getting nervous. Tell yourself you're getting nervous, you feel a bit anxious, or you feel insecure in this moment. That's fine. But they are faulty messages from the past. And it's a process. It's a process, man. It's a process that takes time. The more you practice this, the more you go into these moments of insecurity and fear and doubt, but you're aware of this. You're aware of why it happens, and you're not trying to just put a plaster over the problem, right? You're not trying to gain something, not trying to add something that makes you feel better, because often that doesn't really work. You're not trying to gain, you're not trying to be somebody you're not. This is key, right? Authenticity. You're not trying to be someone you're not. You're just trying to accept that you have told yourself a faulty story in the past, and that's not the reality. This is echoes from the past. And then you tell yourself the real reality, the new narrative. And you do that over time, and you practice that as time goes on. And that has helped me massively. That's helped me massively with the biggest thing that's helping me with my my issues, like socially, for example. That's been a huge help for me. So yeah, I hope that clears up. It's obviously not the only thing. There's other tools at play. There's other things you can use, of course, but this is the most important thing, I think, when it comes to like confidence and all this. And you see these masculinity gurus, it's like, just go out there, just do it, do this, go lift weights, man, and eat this and talk like this and body language like this. And it's like, bro, most people just end up feeling worse because that isn't who they are. They're trying to be someone they're not, trying to add layers on that isn't really them. Peel away the layers. Self-awareness. Understand who you are. Understand the stories you've told yourself. Only then can you tell yourself new and positive stories. So I hope this helps, guys. Love to know what you think. If you enjoyed this video, love it, give me a like and subscribe. If you're new here, really appreciate it. Share it, get commenting. This helps get this message out to more men who need it. Yeah, see you for the next one.